that we have to do. But then we come back to what I just talked about, the nothing. It doesn't matter how talented you are, if you're good or whatever, if we cannot put everything on the pitch every day. Okay? A long answer, but it's normal.
It's normal, yes.
Okay. Steffi Bajcik, The Zone, gerne nochmal.
Question to Alexander Strauss first. Pernille Harder made 2 games in December after the long injury. How important is it to have her back in the squad? What kind of impact can she give? And to Pernille, after that, what would you say? Are you back at nearly 100% by now?
Yeah, I will try to be a little bit shorter than this time. No, of course, everybody, all of you know the stature of a player like Panila. That's why we brought her in. She was going to be one of our leaders and is going to push us forward to take this thing in the next step in this process. And then when you lose her after 2 games or 3 games in the season, then it puts everything in a little bit different perspective for us. And she started really well. For us, it's very important. It gives us comfort. It gives us belief in what we're doing. We know, and it's also important that players like Panila has been in situations, played important games all her life almost. So and been very decisive in those type of games. So that's what we need. We need people who can come in and make difference in the where it needs to be, and that's in the box, both sides, and Panila can make that difference. So I'm very happy that she's back.
And what was your question to me?
You're back at 100%.
Yeah, I am 100% fit. I've been 100% in training since Christmas. We had 2 friendly games where I've been playing for full. So yeah, I'm 100%.
Great. Anna Dreher, Süddeutsche Zeitung, bitte.
A question to Pernille. Hi. From the point since you came to Munich till now, what would you say how the team has developed, and what, out of your perspective, were the most crucial things that needed to change, and was it possible to change them during trainings camp now?
It's difficult to say. I think for me, I've been out for 3 months almost, so then I'm not really in the team to see exactly how we develop. But for me, I feel like I come to a team that's really united. I think it's a team that's, it's a lot of incredible good people, good teammates that really want to do the best for each other. And I really enjoy being in that team. I feel like I can be myself to 100%. And that's something that's really important for me. I think on the pitch we have developed. The last 2 weeks before Christmas is not where we want to be, and I don't think that reflects us at all. I think we're much better than that. I think everyone knows that. But I think, the good things with bad situations is that we are going to work even harder afterwards. We talk about it, we learn from it, and I think that put us in an even better position. So if you can take something good out of a bad situation, I think we have done that. I think we have looked good in training, in the friendly games we had after Christmas. I think we worked really good on and off the pitch with the team, because obviously performance like what happened before Christmas is not... I don't think it's much what happened on the pitch. I think it's more like something mentally, something in the mind. And I think we work really hard to talk about what happened and learn from it. And I think that's also reflect the team, that we don't look at it and then just move on. We actually talk about it and learn from it. So yeah.
Gut. Max Jakob Ost, gerne nochmal.
One question for each of you. I will start with Pernille. Alex mentioned the fatigue of some players, and now there are talks about a FIFA Club World Cup and more matches. The matches keep piling up for high-profile players like you. Do you feel seen by the officials who make these decisions for you and your body? which is not getting the rest that it maybe needs. Do you feel seen in these processes?
Yeah, I don't think so, to be honest. I think, yeah, it's good that we want that the women's football develop and we want more games and all this, but I think then we need also squads that's like have a lot of players who can, so we can rotate all the time, but it's not like, and also the facilities around the teams. I mean, there is some teams that has it, some teams don't, and I think it's important that everything goes together. The amount of games and the amount of everything around the team, the economics and all this has to go together. But yeah, I think it's important to rest, to be honest. We see injuries. I think injuries, they come because the amount of games is increasing, and I think the intensity is getting higher. I think mentally, I think a lot of players get tired. And if you're tired mentally, I think it affects your body and you get injured. So I think it's important we have to look at it, because it's not, now I've been injured. Okay, my last injury was a bit unlucky, but my hamstring injury was mostly because I was really tired, mentally and physically. And I think I don't think that would happen if I wasn't that tired. And we see ACL injuries now a lot. So I think we have to think about it, because it's, yeah, you don't want to be injured. It sucks to be injured, to be honest.
And one question to Alex, it's corresponding to this theme. Pernille just said we need bigger squads if we have matches piling up like this. If I look at FC Bayern, I see Lina Magul leaving the club. I see Maximiliane Rall leaving the club. I see Linda Sembrand coming, but she is an older player, not to speak about her personally, but you know how I mean it physically. Can you explain to me the squad construction of FC Bayern, because I don't get it, to be honest?
Oh, good question, and direct. I like that. No, because again, I come back to what I said before. We are looking. You can look at it from week to week. We look at this from a perspective from how we're going to grow, how we're going to make this team grow in the next couple of years. Maximiliane Rall is 30 years old, become 31 years old this year. She was in a situation in the summer where she was also thinking about when she re-signed with us, and we had a discussion about that because she also wanted maybe to try something else outside of Germany to play, and we decided that she would stay. But if she was not played as much as she wanted, we will look at it again when we came to Christmas, and we keep our word, and it's what we had a discussion with Maxi about, and during the fall, and she had a good opportunity to go to Chicago, and we need also to refresh. This is the thing. Lina Magul also has been there for many years. Is a great player, a great person. I actually spoke to her last evening again, so we have a good connection and everything. But it's the same with Lina. She is also 30 years old, and is in a situation where this was her chance. She was to go somewhere else and try a different country, try a different culture, and her contract was running out in the summer, and we wanted her to stay and resign. But then when you come to this situation with Lina and Maxi, it's like a little bit about also where they are in their career, and we also need to refresh the squad. We cannot have a squad here in five years where everybody's 35, 36. So we also need to have a pathway for the Alara, Shetlar, and Franciket, and we need to open up for them. It's about refreshing, and this is what I never talked about since I came, but what's happening. But now I'm going to let you in on this. Is what's happening behind the scenes. We are also in a transformation situation, that we're transforming also the squad. We need to do a refreshing, and we still managed to win the league in the middle of this process last year. So that was a little bit what we planned from the start. But this is also a part of everything that we talked about, of building the next team that is going to be very, very successful. And I can assure you also there will be coming players in at some points in the future. And Linda Sembrand came in because Tanara is sick, and Magda is out for a period of time. So at that moment we have Tuva Hansen, and we have Glodis who can play in that position. So we needed more players for that position, but it's a natural process. We cannot keep everybody. Like Panila said, we need bigger squads, but we cannot have 40 players, so somebody has to go also when somebody comes in, because we don't have the finances to keep 40 players alive in Bayern München at the moment. So this is a little bit part of it, and the way, and also of course we want the players to be happy with the way they are positioned in the squad. And it's not like, this is not like playing computer games to be in a live football management. It's also people that you are working with, and those people also need to be happy. And sometimes there are things, somebody don't get the playing time that they want, and they get unhappy. And we also try to build a culture here that if we're going to go forward and all of these things, and then we need to find the right balance in the squad. But most, like with these girls, it's they want a new adventures, and I totally understand that it's maybe the last chance they had to do this. If not, they would stay. And in Lina's situation, she was out of contract in the summer, and she was offered a new contract by us, but she wanted to try a different country and a different culture. So this is life. Some comes and some goes.
Thanks.
Okay, Alex, I've got 2 questions from Christian Stüwe. He wasn't able to join, but he says hi. And his questions are, as Rome had 2 games already, even though they lost, is it an advantage for them?
I would say so, if they don't get a lot of injuries. But we would love to have the game that we were planned to have in the weekend in the cup that was postponed. Like I said, always say we can only control what we can control, and we cannot focus on things that might have happened or should be hoped to have happened. That's wishful thinking. We need to go into this game and attack the realities, and the realities are, like we talked about, we know how it is about the game tomorrow, and we also knew from the start before the first game that this could be a situation in this group, and especially with our situation, with the injury situation and the trouble that we had. I think it's unnecessary, but now we have put ourselves in this situation, and we know what we have to do tomorrow. So to be honest, I don't care that much about Rome. I care most about how we are going to do it. So if they have played 5 games or 1 game or 0 games, it is what it is.
Good. And did you watch the match on Sunday between Inter and Roma?
Yep, I did.
You did. Good. Good. Viktoria Kunzmann, Abendzeitung, gerne nochmal.
Yes, I have one more question to Alex, and you partly answered it already. So Lina Magul and Max Hiral left the club. Did you talk to them before they left, and how was the situation with them?
Yes, I talked to them. I didn't meet up on Monday and they were not here anymore. No, we spoke.
The next week is, from an outstanding perspective, a very crucial week, because you have the Champions League game, you have the DFB Pokal, you have the restart of the Bundesliga, all in like 1 week. How are you feeling about it, and do you feel any kind of pressure?
No, I'm excited. I'm looking very much forward to it. I've been out for some months now, and I have a lot of hunger to start playing these games again. So, yeah, for me personally, I'm just looking very much forward to it, to be honest.
Ich finde, das waren gute Abschlussworte. Dann bedanke ich mich fürs Teilnehmen.
I think that's good final words. So thanks everyone for joining in. Of course, yeah, as we just talked about.